One of the key things when you're gonna do Airbnb is what type of furniture you buy and how you decorate the place. And I get a lot of questions about this property here that we've done in Switzerland, our chalet. And so in this video, I'm gonna cover three things. I'm gonna talk first, just a few concepts about decoration and how to make a place really stand out in Airbnb. Number two, I'm gonna share a very important tip about buying furniture and a way we found to buy up to 30 to 40% off street price. Really interesting, and that's what we did for this place. And then number three, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about a story, a beautiful story of the gentleman who sold me this incredible giant slab of a table in all these petrified petrified wood that's like stone that we have in different parts of the chalet, and tell you about that story, and also provide some contacts if you're interested, because they have amazing stuff. So that's the plan for the short video. We've got a lot of questions about it, so I thought I'd cover it in this video. Here we go. All right, so one of the key critical points when you're going to buy a property, put it on the Airbnb to rent it out, is the style that you have of the place to make it stand out. The photos have to stand out. And when we originally bought this property, a lot of I saw the potential, but it was ugly inside. It was 1980s. That was a brick wall. The floor was white, shiny tile. The kitchen was horrendous. The fireplace right here was just this white block. And so we saw like we can really create a style. And the concept we had was noble materials. So wood, wanted to put wood to really make it feel chalet, stone, and modern. And what's very interesting with wood is you can even though it's a chalet, if you go in some amazing hotels, like the one hotel in New York, right? Beautiful hotel. You go into their bedrooms, they actually use this type of beautiful burnt wood, and they use that on either wall. Sometimes you can use a ceiling, and one of the things you can do is which really looks elegant, for instance, is in bathrooms, and you don't have to be in a chalet. You can do something like this, where you put LED lights into this wood, and it can just immediately make a bathroom look super elegant, super modern, like kind of boutique hotel. And that was the idea. So when you're choosing how to decorate your place, just look at what we've done. Is we looked at some of the most beautiful boutique hotels, beautiful chalets. We're in a chalet, so we want to see, and then said, okay, how do we make it really stand out? And that's kind of so here we decided this wall, we're going to cover it with this hand cut, this historical big wood. So it's nice. There's also a story about the different pieces. So that's number one, is really kind of picking the materials and finding materials that stand out, and trying to make, the place just looks so different when you have here the hallway. This was just white, and we put the old wood here, the lamps, and if you go downstairs all along the ceiling, we have the old wood, and also just the entrance hall, which was just white brick, and put this wood, and it immediately just completely transforms the look. So, understand your style, look at houses you like out there on Airbnb or in magazines and websites, and then kind of, pick a style that has some cohesiveness and some whole. So that's number one. Let's move to number two. And I told you about a little trick about buying furniture. Now, I found out that there's actually wholesalers, people who sell for stores, right? So they sell to professionals. They sell to people who are in the business of selling furniture. And there's a big, giant fair convention in Paris. And so at the time I was living in Brussels, took the train, went to Paris, and went in there and just walked around. And what I wanted to find and see is, can I find someone who has a lot of pieces that could work? And I found this company in the Netherlands, so a lot of the pieces you can see here, like this chandelier, which is kind of like a bit like a stag chandelier. All these chairs here, right here, this chair here, the lamps, also just lots of pieces throughout the chalet. This the unit where we put things inside. All of that came from one company. And if you're buying as a professional, as a company, you're buying off prices of like 30 to 40% off. It's incredible. Just to give you an example, like this little leather, so this is real leather, these little seats here, if you could see. This, they actually in Grindelwald, so I bought, I think it was 350 euros. In Grindelwald, they're selling them for 800 euros or 1,000, I can't remember, it's in Swiss francs, but the same one. So you're buying at a big discount. And now what you could do in our case is, so now normally you have to be able to prove that you're a business, right? So there's two possibilities. Some places don't, you just say you are and they don't really care. Some, they actually need your registration. So I have a friend who has a company at the time. Now we have an LLC, but at the time we didn't have an LLC. So I just, kind of bought through him, where he had a company in Switzerland, and basically, he bought and I purchased through him. So that's also a way to do it. But you're getting a big discount. And then what I did is why did I want one company? In fact, I chose two different companies, one for all the furniture, most of the furniture, and then one for all the plates and glasses and bowls and the rest, because then I just have it shipped up. So the company in the Netherlands, I got a semi-truck, all the furniture, everything in one go in the truck, trucked it to Switzerland. So that's a great way to be able to get furniture, which most people don't know that this exists at a lower price. And then third, I was going to tell you a bit of a story, because many pieces here come from one guy, and in particular, I'm going to walk you through. Like, look at this giant. I mean, this is incredible. This table. I mean, look how thick it is. It's just beautiful. One of my favorite pieces here in the chalet. And this guy, I found him when I was at the time living in Belgium, and looked online and he sells incredible things. He sells these tables. Many guests who come right to me afterwards and say, I love your table. Where can I buy a table like that? But he also sells incredible petrified wood. I mean, look at this. Just beautiful. Like you can see here, this is like petrified wood. So it turns to nearly like stone. And you can see here some other ones. If you just look at here, I'll just take the book off. I mean, just look at this. Beautiful. And so, and what we did is we tried to create a style, and that's so important. So we have petrified wood there, two pieces here, and then in the bedrooms, also by the bed, same thing. Instead of putting a side table, look at these pieces right here. See right there, beautiful piece of petrified wood. And I can tell you, 45 steps. These are 150 kilos a piece. Oh, it was brutal. But anyways, that's a different story. They have incredible, different objects, wood, stone, petrified wood. It's just really incredible. And it's a great story. I'll tell you the story. Is this guy, I met him, and basically what happened was he was a teacher out in Indonesia, and he saw this opportunity to start a business. He saw an incredible, different material like these. This table, because I can't fit bigger in the chalet, but he has 3 meters long, 4 meters long, incredible. Like if you had to do a giant wooden table, it has these slabs. And what's really nice is it's not the rainforest, it's these trees that in Indonesia they used to plant by the highway. They grow super fast and then they cut them down and they plant again. So, but anyways, he started his business and he had all these wood there. He just put all his money into it and his warehouse burnt down. And he was devastated. He's like, everything he had started, he just starting off, he had put all his money in. And what's super nice was there was an article about him in the paper about the fact that this young entrepreneur had his warehouse burnt down. And he got a phone call from this guy, and the guy said, I live not that far, to a couple cities away. And when I started out in business, something bad happened to me, and someone helped me out. And he said, I'm going to help you out. And this guy had big businesses and had different warehouses, and one of these warehouses wasn't being used at the time. And he said, why don't you, because that other warehouse burned down. So he said, why don't you use this? You don't have to pay rent until you get yourself back up. I just thought it's such a beautiful story. What's very interesting is this table. So when I was picking the tables, it was actually charred. It was black. But the fire, they were able to stop the fire, destroyed the building, but it did burn all the way through the wood. So the outside burnt. So the guy said, look, this is a photo of it before. Unfortunately, it burnt, but if you want to buy it, then I'll polish it off, get off the burnt area, and get it to look just like this. And so anyways, I picked this one because I needed exactly a side. I needed to be able to sit 10 people. It was tight, so you see I found a way by putting kind of a bench there. So 2 people and then 6 and 2 again, and then I could get 10 people. And because the living room is not that far, I really had to do some measurements to make sure I could fit. And I put this in, and it's just one of the features. I mean, just look at this, and you can't even imagine, at nighttime, and just if you look at the grain, the color, it's just incredible. So yeah, and I'm in contact with that owner. He's a great guy. So if you're interested, because a lot of people ask me about this incredible petrified wood, this table. Well, I have a link down there in the comment section. If you want to reach out, look at their website and help support him, because he's a great guy and has incredible things. So yeah, a lot of you have been asking about furnishing and where we buy and how we buy and how we select. So I hope it was useful. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in a future video. Thank you.